Thank you, Margaret. You know what Jesus says? If you forgive, you shall be forgiven. Don't you just love Jesus? Such a just. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sounds good. Good deal. Any tip? We'll get this started off with Kelly. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of good feedback, Kelly. Tips for journaling. I use the app. If I'm in a rush or I'm in front of people or with people, I take a picture of whatever I'm eating for portion adherence. And then before I go to bed at night, then that's when I use my desktop or my laptop or my iPad to look back at my pictures, the stuff I've eaten, consumed for the day, and then I spend 3 or 4 minutes before bed entering it into my journal. This is like my control system here, and this is my program. It's my interface with the program, how I immerse myself every day in Shibboleth and learn about variety, etc. But it's also how I journal. So it's my accounting system. Like if we're running a business, we have accounting software, we have inventory software that we use. This sacred temple of mine, it has goods going into it and goods going out of it, right? It's no different than a bit. It amazes me that people, they don't want to journal. I bet they wouldn't be good business owners if they won't journal. Because if you've got a business, you have to track your inventory or you will lose control of your business. And we have software that tracks inventory, correct? It's no different with your body, except for your body's more important than your business. So as things are going, I'm putting things in my mouth, I'm consuming things during the day. I'm making note of that throughout the day or before I go to bed. That's how I journal. I take a picture and then I write about it. And then I recall how that food made me feel, especially when I eat a holiday or challah meal food. On those days, I don't just put an X and not write anything. Like if I were to stumble and have Moose Tracks ice cream, I might say, I'm frustrated with myself. I forgive myself, but this is a holiday, and a holiday causes me to miss 2 days of my journey. It's going to take me 2 days to get back in efficient fat burning mode. And I just did that to myself over Moose Tracks. And if I would have only been smart, I could have made the decision to have Sweet Freedom Bunny Tracks, and I'll write out, that tastes just like Moose Tracks, but I don't get the fat bus effect. So now I've taught myself, I've admonished myself and even come up with a void replacement for next time I'm having that same craving. So it's important to journal thoroughly, more important to journal thoroughly on a holiday than it is on a perfect day, to be honest. All right, everybody, my name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program. Everything you need comes from your local grocery store. Everything you want might not, but everything you need does. And programs changed my life, come off all prescription medications. And now I'm a part of Shibboleth, and we're all friends helping friends live healthier, live more well life, more abundant life in Christ, forgiving ourselves, forgiving others. We're stopping that judgment mess, helping each other out of the pit, if you will, in the name of Jesus Christ. So let's get this class going. We just finished a food combination class. Those of you that you want a different structure, a different layout to class, we've already got that. Live sessions are live sessions. They're kind of eclectic mix of different topics. We have structure. It's called Fast Track. Lifetime members and partners have access to Fast Track. Has everybody here earned their Fast Track badge? Need to earn that Fast Track badge. Analytics show plainly behind the scenes people that log into the website. I don't know about people who don't log in, but people who log into the website that earn their fast track badge, attend a couple of classes a month, and journal, lose almost 3 times more weight than those just using the recipe section and going about the program willy-nilly. Does not work out as well as going through the program the correct way. Does that make sense, everyone? Just plain talk. Plain talk's easily understood. It's up to you to get out of this program what you want. So let's kick this off. What questions do you have? What topics for discussion? Any questions? If you're in the last session, happy to answer questions from the last session. This is a good time for Q&A, support, motivation, whatever it is that you're struggling with. Don't be shy. Let us as a family try to help you overcome. Jennifer says, I struggle with journaling. I don't know why, but I do. Most likely it's because of, it's a couple of reasons that you would struggle with journaling. Number one, you've talked to yourself incorrectly and told yourself you don't have time for it, which would be wrong. So first you have to convince yourself that you're wrong about that, if that's part of it. The other part is it's just not a part of your daily habits. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you an undisciplined person. It's not a part of your day-to-day habits. Example, how many of you brushed your teeth today? Did anybody put on deodorant today? Did you put on deodorant or brush your teeth because it was exciting? Did anybody jump up out of bed today and go, yippee, man, I can't wait to put on my deodorant. This is exciting. I can't wait to brush my teeth for 2 minutes. This is awesome. No, you do it because of the many benefits that come along with it, not because it's pleasurable in and of itself, but the pleasures that you get because you brushed your teeth and controlled your smell. By the way, just a nugget from my Mama Martin, who is in heaven. Mama Martin told me one time I was a little boy, and I'll never forget it. She said, "What's wrong, sonny boy?" I said, "Mama, I stink." And she said, "Sonny boy, if you can smell yourself, other people have been smelling you for days." Love you, Mama Martin. So watch your attitude. It's important. I slobbered on myself. I get tickled. Sorry. But anyway, that's the thing about looking in the camera. At least you can see the slobber on yourself. I'm going to get to all these questions. But my point about journaling is I don't care that you ain't excited to do it. It comes with many pleasures, many indirect pleasures, weight loss. So do it. Work it in. Make it a habit. One of the ways to handle that is to use your monthly streak calendar. Ding, ding, ding. If y'all want to really change, it starts here. So go into your digital worksheets, pull up your monthly streak calendar, print it out, and put it on the wall, and put journal. Let me show you that, and then we'll get on to some other questions. Hang tight. This is change. This is another thing. I don't mean to embellish. I'm not embellishing. This has changed my life. Little techniques like this changed my life. You got to be willing to do them though. So I'm going to go to resources. I'm going to go to digital worksheets right here. And then I'm going to go to monthly streak calendar and create. Everybody see this? So I might put journal daily, even on holidays. I'm going to go and put that in for good measure. Even on holidays. And then I print this out and I put it on the wall, on the fridge. And this reminds me to get a streak going of journaling. I'm putting this type of consciousness. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, they would forget the laws of Moses, so they had to put frontlets over their eyes so that they could remember the laws, because their flesh would lead them astray. No different. Travis, when Travis doesn't have a good habit, I have to forge and install that new good habit. They say it takes 21 days to install a new habit. You got an opportunity for an entire month to install the habit. Y'all with me? Works for every human. Okay. All right, let me go back up. I'm scrolling up to answer questions. If I miss one, it's inadvertent. I always inadvertently hurt somebody's feelings. We have a lot of hurting people here. And if you're one of them, I want you to hear me loud and clear. I'm not here to hurt you. I will never purposely overlook you. Never. So if you get overlooked, you got to get somebody's attention. This is a different group here. I get these emails where you hurt so-and-so's feelings. I don't mean to. I'm a human, just like you. So if you're easily hurt and wounded because your past has hurt and wounded you, I'm not trying to hurt and wound you or overlook you. Okay? You're significant to me. So make sure you get my attention and get your question answered. All right. So let's see. If you, is this Tamara? I believe it's Tamara. I can only see part of the name. If you fast, does coffee break the fast or only food? Anything with macronutrients in it that are non-negligible breaks a fast. Probably the only exception to that would be maybe a fiber packet like Advocare's fiber packet. Coffee does not have macronutrients in it unless it's something like bio coffee, which does break a fast. But regular coffee with approved sweeteners, approved creamers, does not break a fast. Now, it does diminish that fast temporarily, that the autophagy part of that fast, it diminishes the ability for your body to promote the phenomenon autophagy, clearing away of toxins from the cells temporarily, but it's not a big deal. I do not consider coffee or caffeine when it comes to breaking my fast. Amanda says, I love the classes. I try to listen to live or recorded videos, keeps me grounded. I've been searching for my people group for a long time. God bless you, Amanda. You be good people. It's always great to see you here. Thank you for being here. Patricia, when doing line or chart days, for our new folks, this is an advanced topic. Advanced topic. When having line or chart day, do you use hands to figure portion size? I do. I definitely do. I use the portion control plate. The only exception to that is if it's a thick steak or something, I'm probably not going to use the whole portion plate, because a steak is high in fat, which means higher in calories. So usually if it's a steak, I'm only filling up half the plate. If it's shellfish or chicken breast or a lean protein, I'm filling up the entire plate for that meal. Let me know if that settled that for you or not. Jennifer, if you combine multiple items from category 1, is that okay? Yes, it is. As long as you control your eating episode portion, that's fine. Example that you give is 3 tablespoons of liquid egg whites, 2 slices of 98% fat-free Canadian bacon, and a 1/4 cup of low-fat cottage cheese as an omelet with mini cucumber slices. If all that fits on this plate neatly, not piled up any higher than the thickest part of your hand, that will do good. Great job. Thank you, Patricia. Patricia says, if Travis still journals after 20 years, what makes us think we don't need to journal? It's the most important aspect of maintenance. Why do you have us do it when we're in weight loss mode? When you start off on a weight loss program, if your why is right, excitement's going to carry you on for a while. I've had a lot of people lose weight without a journal. I've never had anybody that I know of keep their weight off without a journal. So you might as well get used to it on the front end. Tammy says, when it comes to journaling, I think people make it more complicated and don't know exactly how to notate everything. Exactly. You don't have to put the combinations. The best way to journal for a new person is take a picture for your mentor in case you need your mentor, and then write down how that food made you feel. We want to make sure as a mentor the combination and portions right, and we want to know how it made you feel. You want to know how it made you feel. And if you had a holiday, don't just say I had a holiday. Try to figure out what the void replacement is the next time you get triggered to have a holiday. Like I've given the example already, I'll give a different one. I love Reese cups, can't have them unless I'm having a holiday. So I'm craving a Reese cup, but also trying to have a perfect day. I have a void replacement. It's called Health Smart Peanut Butter Patties, or Quest Peanut Butter Cups, or Quest Peanut Butter Cups, Health Smart Peanut Butter Cups, which I like better, or Atkins Peanut Butter Cups. Those are my void replacements. Belinda says, I use AdvoCare Spark and Fiber Pack. Does that break a fast? I would prefer you have that during your eating window, but I would not consider that to break a fast. Jessica, what's the difference in just normal intermittent fasting and the Tiger 16? Big difference. Regular intermittent fasting means you've had at least a 12-hour fast, including sleep, and you stuck to Shibboleth approved foods. You stuck to the Bulletproof Shield. A Tiger 16 means you had a 16-hour fast, at least a 16-hour fast, and you stuck only to the Tiger food list. The Tiger food list is overall going to promote faster fat loss than the larger Shibboleth list. It's a condensed list that focuses on whole foods and better quality foods than the larger list. I've watched the videos, but for journaling purposes and weight loss, wasn't sure on the distinction. Typically, there are exceptions to the rule, but typically a Tiger 16 is going to promote better fat loss and wellness, not recovery, than the Shibboleth list. So if my situation is I'm going to want more variety, then I'm probably not going to be doing Tiger 16 because it lacks variety. But when we lose some variety, we generally lose weight better. I have done it for years. Having rheumatoid arthritis, I always journaled. Awesome. I can go back and look at any given day how I was doing, how it made me feel based upon what I ate. Me too. Kelly says, I'm just lazy. Maybe I don't want to admit what goes in my trap. You're not lazy. You may have lazy moments, but you're not lazy. Margaret, I have lazy moments too. I've been encouraged by the videos, and my daughter has lost over 100 pounds. We love to hear that. That's a lot. That takes a really special person to do that. I want to feel better, so after celebrating my 40th wedding anniversary this weekend, I will begin my new life Monday, March 13th. Thanks to the Shibboleth team. Good to hear that. Come go with us. We'll do you good, and I know you'll do us good. Lisa, you may want to answer this for me later, but I have been eating yogurt every single day for the last 30 years. But about 5 years ago, I switched to Scandinavian style yogurt. The one I eat is 18 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 11 grams of sugar. Then it does have carbs because sugar, natural sugar is carbs. Is it acceptable for me? At 18 grams of protein, 18 is greater than the 11 grams of sugar. So that protein should be able to neutralize that sugar load. So you should be fine with that. Under 200 calories would be a snack episode. Over 200 calories would be a meal episode. Let me know if that unpacked that enough for you. We check Facebook while I'm waiting on more questions in the Zoom room. Good to have our folks watching via Facebook. We love you all. Good to have y'all. No questions on Facebook. Any other questions? Lisa, is the zero carb on the label because the sugars are not added? And yes, this helps. I do not know why it would say zero carbs, because sugar is carbohydrate. Sugar is carbohydrate. So maybe they mean zero. It shouldn't say zero carb. Sugar's a carbohydrate. It's an empty one too, meaning it has no nutritional value. Maybe there's been some change in Food and Drug Administration labeling or something that I've missed, but it shouldn't say zero carbs. But if it's got 18 grams of protein and you control the calories, that's more than the net carbs. So you should be okay. You're welcome. Anybody else? Any other questions? We love y'all. We want to hear from you. We love helping. Darren. Hey, Darren, I've missed you, bro. I missed you. Good to have you. What is apple cider vinegar with the mother used for? A lot of stuff. It's not mandatory. It's a great elixir. It's very inexpensive elixir. And Bragg's apple cider with the mother helps you get in some terrific prebiotics and probiotics as well. It helps you control insulin. The more you control insulin, the lower levels you can keep insulin at, the more fat burning you're going to experience. Also helps the body maintain the proper pH, helps with inflammatory responses. It's just a really good overall elixir. I use it as a void replacement for wine. As I went through a difficult time in my life, I never had adult beverages. At 40, after back surgery, losing everything I had, bankruptcy, no health insurance, I was introduced to my first adult beverages, and I got hooked on them for a while. So like I did with Shibboleth, I found a void replacement for it, and that is Ocean Spray Diet in a wine glass with Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Gives it that twang, but I'm also getting in a health tonic. You can use 0 up to a couple ounces a day. I no longer shoot apple cider vinegar straight, not good for the throat. I dilute it in Ocean Spray Diet. Have it that way. You can use V8 Splash Diet as well. You could use water as well, Crystal Light as well. I use Ocean Spray Diet. I'll use I eyeball it, so I can't tell you specifically, 2 tablespoons up to an ounce maybe. That's what I do with as much Ocean Spray Diet as I want. Tammy says, great tip, Tammy. This is why I love the collective wisdom of our body of Christ. Tammy says, I've been putting the ACV with ginger ale Zevia, and that works great for her. That's a great tip. Bragg's apple cider vinegar with the mother with ginger ale Zevia. Great one. Sheila, Travis, I had 3 eating episodes yesterday, 18-hour fast, and dropped 1.5 pounds. Way to go, Sheila. I love to hear people say they eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, or had only 3 eating episodes and was able to abstain from food otherwise, got in her fast and dropped 1.5 pounds. She can't do that every day. What would be 1.5 pounds 365 days a year? Lord have mercy. Sheila's on pace to lose 700 pounds this year. Way to go. Great job, Sheila. Praise God. Way to go. So proud of you. You pulled it off. Great one. Jennifer, the pour in 0 sugar Starburst is good with apple cider vinegar. I had to try that. I hadn't tried that. Thanks for these tips, everybody. Yeah, give it a shot, Darren. It's also good after you eat sushi, just in case that sushi was bad. Just saying. Vinegar cooks stuff, destroys bacteria. So if I'm having sushi in my survival kit, I've usually got Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It's just a thought. You don't want no bad oysters or sushi. Ugh. Anytime you feel a little stomach bug, get you a swig of that apple cider vinegar. Works. Anybody else? Has nothing to do with our weight loss program other than it's a good tonic. Valerie, does taking collagen powder in coffee break a fast? Potentially. Collagen powder is usually protein. Protein breaks a fast. It would depend. If you're using very marginal amounts of it, negligible amounts, what do I mean by negligible? 15 calories or less, give or take, that wouldn't break a fast. How many times a day to drink it? 1 or 2 times a day would be plenty. 1 or 2 times a day, Bernadette. If you enjoy it. No reason to drink it if you don't enjoy it. If you enjoy it, and it comes with benefits, that's a big win, right? With the Shibboleth lifestyle, I don't eat things or drink things or take things I don't enjoy. There's too many things I enjoy that promote fat loss. With your lifestyle, ding, ding, ding. I don't think I would try apple cider vinegar in coffee. You could. You may be talking about collagen, but not sure which one you're talking about. I do not subscribe to pain. Too many of my students do. Y'all will eat things that taste like crap if you think it'll lose weight. I don't. Did y'all hear that? I want pleasure. I spent too much time pain. It's just like this. Watch. This is a behavior modification moment coming up. I hope y'all don't devalue me. You know, they say a prophet has no honor in their own country. Y'all hear me so much. I'm doing so many classes now. I'm afraid y'all going to devalue me. Won't listen to what I say. I'm going to have to go into a far country to teach what I teach. What I'm saying works. And it's worked on the hardest nut to crack, myself. You don't talk to yourself wrong. What's some cheap food? Give me, somebody just pick me out some cheap food, holiday food that you love and it's hard for you to resist. Pick me out 1 or 2. Now I'm spitting on myself. Ice cream. Let's go with ice cream. I love Mootrax ice cream. Love it. Love it. The more tracks, the better. Let me use another one. Has anybody ever had a Sonic Blast with Reese's in it? I used to, when I was overweight, 300 pounds, I'd get a Sonic Blast with quadruple Reese's. That's what I would ask for. After church, we'd go by the Sonic and I'd get a Sonic Blast and I'd ask for, the kids would crack up. I want quadruple Reese's in my Sonic Blast. After I'd done eat a big meal. I had acid reflux so bad I had to take a huge cup with me everywhere I went. People thought I had that I chewed tobacco because I always spitting up my reflux. Nasty, but I'm just telling the truth. So That tastes great. That blizzard tastes fantastic. Is that pleasure? Is that mouth pleasure, everybody? Yes. Now, when I got through with that blizzard, knowing I needed to lose weight, knowing I just broke up my diet, knowing et cetera, I would feel guilt, regret, physical pain, and emotional pain. So that pleasure came with pain. Does that make sense to everybody so far? That's called pleasure pain. Pleasure pain. Everybody do this with me. Pleasure pain. Pleasure pain. Pleasure pain. Pleasure pain. Just try it. Just try it. This is behavior. I'm like the poor man's Tony Robbins here. That's pleasure pain. Pleasure pain. Pleasure pain. Now I still have my mock sonic blast. Example. I can take Beverly UMP vanilla powder, some water, or Egg Whites International. That's a whole nother story. But I can take my UMP powder, little fat-free Fairlife milk, throw in a scoop of Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom ice cream, just a scoop, and then put me in two or three of them Health Smart peanut butter patties and blend it. It's better than a Sonic Blast. It tastes great. Tastes fantastic. That's pleasure. Then when I get done with it, it's one of my eating episodes, right? I got to count it as an eating episode. But when I get done with it, I don't have any guilt. I don't have any regret. I feel strong. I feel great. I feel light. That's pleasure too, ain't it? That's called pleasure, pleasure. Pleasure, pleasure. Pleasure, pleasure. I focus on what I can have, not on what I cannot have. Pleasure, pleasure. So every day we all have decisions to make. Do we want pleasure, pain? Bad food has a pleasure to it. I mean, goodness gracious. Let's admit it. But it comes with pain. Do I want pleasure, pain, or pleasure, pleasure? Pleasure, pain, pleasure, pleasure. So instead of talking yourself into doing the wrong thing, you got to start talking to yourself like that. Pleasure, pain, or pleasure, pleasure? Travis is all about pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. I'll give you a funny, I've told it too many times, it ain't funny no more, but maybe somebody ain't heard it. We decided years ago that we needed a change. And we found us a little place where we could walk to the beach. My whole life, kids got grown. My whole life, I've wanted to live around the water because I used to deal with a lot of depression. People reminding me of my failings in life, and I just needed to change the scenery. That's another story. But I like to be able to be active and outside on the beach. So we're around the beach. And there's a lot of hot guys out there. They good looking. They a lot better looking than me. I'm good looking. They a lot better looking. I take my shirt off. I look pretty good. I look pretty good. Me and my wife go out there to the beach. Take my shirt off, feeling pretty good about myself, lost all that weight. You know what I mean? So we sitting out there on the beach, and then you see these I'm 51 years old. You see these 34-year-old guys, veins all in their necks and their chest and their tan. They got the big muscles and they got the tats on them and everything. They're hot. Sasha wears these big old sunglasses, these big sunglasses. You can't tell what she's looking at. Any of y'all know where I'm going with this? She got them big sunglasses on. And here comes a hot guy, and I usually don't wear sunglasses. Just ain't never been my thing. I probably ought to, but for my eye health, but I don't very often. And I see him coming. I'm like, I wonder if she's going to look at him. And here he comes, She's sitting there. And I see her head every time. Her head does like this. It's like she don't want to turn her head and get caught looking by me. So she do like this, but I can look under them big old sunglasses and I can see her eyes kind of looking over there at him, right? You know what I do? I go, hey, woman, hey, hey. Focus on what you can have, not on what you can't have. Right? That's how we need to start treating our food. If you wouldn't get caught up with FOMO, fear of missing out, and focus on what you can have and not on what you cannot have, you'd be happier, healthier, leaner. Isn't that amazing? Rewire, remap your brain and how you think about food. That sonic blizzard comes with pain. My mock blizzard comes with pleasure, pleasure. I hope somebody will say pleasure, 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 pleasure. Any other questions? Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I apologize. Hate it when that happens, but I do that a lot. That's probably why people don't like to hear me teach, but that's all right. Somebody says, I like Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich with French fries on Facebook. Can you have that? With Shibboleth lifestyle, can you have Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich with French fries? Yep, you can. You can have it. How many days a month and still lose weight? 6 times a month. Now, if you need that every day, we're going to have to live with pleasure, pain instead of pleasure, pleasure. That's just how it works. Any other questions? Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm energetic today. I had a good time in the Lord this morning. Sasha and I had a beautiful time in the Lord, reading the Word, got all fired up. Prayer life was on point this morning. I'm just feeling it, just feeling good, feeling grace. Sorry if I'm a little too corny for you today. I'm just feeling good. Any questions or comments before we go? All hearts and minds clear? Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. I just feeling a little high today. That's all. Any other questions or comments? Weight loss, wellness, behavior modification, clarification on something about the program. If you're new to the program, please make sure you earn your Fast Track badge. These live sessions are going to make so much more sense to you when you earn the Fast Track badge. Any questions or comments before we go today? Did anybody get their text this morning that signed up for the daily lessons via text? Thank you, Ellen. She says, I love when you teach. You're passionate. That's a great thing. Thank you so much, Ellen. That makes my day. Good deal. Good deal. Trying a different approach with the daily lessons. Sorry they started over. Glad you got the text. Is that better than getting them in your junk folder in an email? Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you, everybody. Good to hear. I'm really working hard. Sasha's team's working hard. We want to earn your trust. And we're hoping the Lord will lay it on a few people's heart, not everybody's heart, but lay it on a few people's heart to be partners with us because we're going to need it. We went to a free program and we're just keeping the faith. We're not looking in the mill barrel for you Bible readers, just trusting the process and believing in what the Lord's commanded us to do. So if the Lord leads you to be a partner with us and get some additional perks too, please consider that. $5 a month or more. You become a partner, help us reach people, help people, and keep us afloat. So I hope you'll consider that. How is Sergio? Sergey, sorry, Amy. Sergey is our web developer who is based in the Ukraine. Amazing human. And he's gotten his family to a safe place in the Ukraine. That doesn't mean that they are permanently safe, but right now he is in a safe place. Thank you for asking about Sergey, his wife, and his child. Thank you. Anyone else before we go today? Thank you, Joni. Joni Shibboleth is online on Facebook. All right, y'all. Please bring those questions tomorrow. we'll have a special class at noon. We've got someone that has asked me tomorrow in the session to check their journal like I did yesterday, somebody's journal. They've asked me to check their journal in a live session. So we'll go through their journal. They've hit a plateau and they want some feedback on what to do. And I said, I'm happy to personally check your journal if I can share it with the class and use it as a teaching moment. So tomorrow we'll do a journal check at noon and help this person get through plateaus. So hopefully that'll be interesting to all. You can become a lifetime member if you're a free member. You don't have to feel compelled to pay a dime. I'm here to help you regardless of your ability to pay. For additional perks, many additional perks, intermediate and advanced topics, you can become a lifetime member for only $49. Helps me keep doing what I do and helps the team keep doing what we do at www.shibbolethdeals.com, shibbolethdeals.com. If you're already a lifetime member, you feel like you can still help us beyond the $49 one-time lifetime membership, we'd be honored to have you as a partner in helping us save lives. And you can partner with us at $5 or more, depending on your ability to pay. We have almost $70,000 of expenses a month. We have cut those a lot, getting down to as tight as we can get this thing. So you can imagine now with no signups, to raise the money we need to operate at the levels we need to operate. Believe in our mission. So partner, because you're already a lifetime member, you can go to www.helpshibboleth.com, www.helpshibboleth.com. That was choppy. Maybe my batteries. No, not my batteries. Did everybody get that enough? Did y'all pick up enough to hear that? All right, good deal. I won't bore you with that anymore. Did it just recently break up, or has it been breaking up the whole class? Recently. So see, the Lord didn't want you to hear that. That's how I take it. Or the devil, one or the other. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. We got a lot more work to do today. Look forward to seeing some of y'all tomorrow. Don't forget our master class. You folks need to be getting those meal ideas up and ready for next Monday. Master class starts on Monday. God bless y'all. We'll see you in the next session.